Tyson, back in ring, please. Back in ring.
With the doors of 2022 slowly closing behind us, we can now look back and honestly say it's been a truly exciting year, but also a disappointing one at the same time. On the contrary, the fight that's now fortunately moved into the slipstream of people's expectations has become one that brings a high level of anticipation and a much needed dose of closure. Two of the sport's finest technicians, with two of the most curious personalities, will likely face off in one of the most historic moments the sport has seen, putting everything on the line to see who really is the best.
And all of a sudden people think he's some legendary heavyweight champion.
So hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe before we take a sneak peek into a future mega bout, crowning the true king of the heavyweight division.
No, just world champion, undisputed world champion.
And now he's running scared like a little where he is. Be sitting back and thinking, where were you on that night of 23rd of April 2022 when Tyson Fury smashed this fella to pieces?
With a 4-year stint fighting stateside since 2018, Fury finally gave the British fans what they'd been waiting for, in an all-out British dust-up against one of Britain's most notable heavyweights.
You know I'm a fat boy.
In his homeland, as the undisputed king of the heavyweight division, Dillian Whyte, the outsider who has waited all his life for this opportunity to shake the world.
Pulling in record-breaking numbers with a $41 million purse bid, and packing out 90,000 seats at Wembley Stadium, Fury and Whyte proved to the world how much of a star the Gypsy King had become since his comeback, and how difficult he still is to overcome in the ring.
A solid right hand went in from Tyson Fury, right into the jaw of Dillian Whyte. Fury with the uppercut! What a punch! The right uppercut! Dillian Whyte flat on his back at Wembley Stadium with an absolute piece of a punch.
With Whyte failing to figure out the puzzle alongside 31 other opponents, Tyson's level of invincibility was placed at its all-time highest in terms of respect. However, the downturn following his retirement announcement has had people baffled into confusion on what is his intentions and next move were going to be.
But I believed I owed the fans one last showdown, and to do it here at Wembley was phenomenal, but I say this is definitely the end for the Gypsy King.
Nothing's happened. I'm going to do some exhibition matches. They're not real fights.
I said, I'll come back for £500 million.
Surprisingly, a random call-out to Anthony Joshua came out of nowhere. The talks of the negotiation began with both teams.
Anthony Joshua, I'd like to give you an opportunity to fight me for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World and the Lineal Championship in the next few months.
Proceeding with a strict deadline of only 2 weeks, neither promotional teams were able to get the fight over the line, leaving a last-minute opponent to jump in and save the day. However, it wasn't one that fans had hoped for.
You have showed up the bodybuilder.
No. Don't listen.
You have showed him up.
Let me see.
After conquering cruiserweight, making statement victories at heavyweight,
Fantastic boxing display. And look at this.
Oleksander Usyk has transitioned quite nicely from his origins.
He's using his skills and his class here, Usyk. Still the unified heavyweight champion of the world.
The undisputed and unified two-weight world champion has been on an absolute rampage of a run, showing no mercy as he does the unthinkable time and time again.
Superstar. Superstar, no. Megastar, no. Let me see.
And Oleksander Usyk finds the answer and cements his
any of the big heavyweights have to be very careful how they present, how they go at him.
Unifying and defending his heavyweight jewels, Usyk has solidified himself into the number 2 heavyweight slot comfortably, and calling out the champion for an undisputed showdown has now got fans dying of thirst at the thought of a collision between the two of them.
To be in the
Tyson,
tournament.
back in ring, please. Back in ring.
Saw a video from the middleweight who just beat the bodybuilder, saying he wanted to fight me and called me out after the fight, and now he doesn't want to fight. So he let his mouth go, and now he's running scared like a little what he is.
Tyson says that he doesn't want to box me, fight me, because I'm not of his level. That's because he's afraid of me.
Currently claiming to have injuries, Usyk has decided to sit out the rest of 2022 and buy his time healing for full recovery for next year's mega fight. However, he's stated in recent interviews that he'll be coming for the Gypsy King and coming with full force indeed.
Let's make this present for the boxing fans. Let's fight. Let's determine who is the best in the division, who's the best in the world.
Physically stood side by side, you can see why the public give Usyk little chance of defeating Fury. Though gathering the facts from what we've witnessed so far, Oleksander's ability in almost every department seems to be a level or so above Tyson's.
What does Tyson Fury want? $500 million? Well, he ain't getting that. He ain't getting anywhere near that kind of money. So maybe he doesn't take the fight. I'm not so sure he does.
He's not gonna beat Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is just not some big lumbering guy. He's skillful. He can fight. It's just too much mass, I think.
Please do not underestimate this guy and keep calling him just a cruiserweight. Okay, yes, he is a former cruiserweight, but he's the former greatest cruiserweight that's ever put on a pair of gloves. And believe you me, I speak from experience.
A heavy amateur background of 350 fights has built Usyk into the fluid boxing machine he is today, with footwork, head movement, and a variety of punch combinations making him the number 1 slickest pound-for-pound fighter on the planet.
Oleksander Usyk flowing as freely as mercury.
Oh, good action here in the 7th, and Usyk opening up, and now he's backing Chisora up.
Fury, however, is certainly no slouch in demonstrating the highest level of boxing ability in the division since Usyk's arrival. He too has unparalleled footwork and movement for a man of his size and stature.
Conscious of that right hand, and there you see him make Wilder miss once more and turning. Oh, good right hand. Beautiful stuff, and a nod to Wilder as much as to say, yeah, you're outboxed there.
The mind games have begun early, with Fury referring to Usyk as a middleweight in virtually every interview he's appeared in. But with the torment aside, Tyson knows full well the caliber of opponent he'll be dealing with.
But there were questions. Can Oleksander Usyk be a heavyweight? Is he big enough to be a heavyweight? Is he good enough to be a heavyweight? Does that answer all of those questions in your mind?
Neither man are really known for their punching power. However, you'd have to give Fury the edge on that one, being 6'9" and weighing in at around 270 pounds. The Manchester Giant will certainly use his heavyweight advantage to maul and wrestle Usyk into extreme discomfort.
All over now. It will be now. Not surely it's going to be the end of the fight.
The night will unquestionably bring Usyk the toughest challenge of his career to date. And though he's managed to survive the power of Chisora and AJ so far, questions will arise to whether he has the heart, will, and tenacity to stand up to a man-to-man trade-off against the Gypsy King.
The one who does not compete does not live.
Are you the tiger?
I'm White Rabbit.
I'm coming here to destroy cruiserweights. And when you feel 19 stone, 18 stone on the jaw, and you will feel it sooner or later.
Oleksander Usyk has got this right tonight.
Yeah, the movement, the speed, the body shots, the feinting, the lateral movement, changing angles, variety.
Get Fury! What unbelievable upper body movement defensively. 4 punches missed with the head.
In the new year, coming boxing will hopefully return to its full status, being one of the most exciting sports on the planet. And with all the mishaps and unfortunate events that have spelled disaster for the back end of 2022, will likely be resolved as we see matchups made in heaven, bringing us one of the most thrilling and memorable chapters yet.
The only way to beat me is nail me to the canvas. And if you don't do that, you've lost. Simple.
I'm coming for you.